welcome back to my channel. We are here with another installment of Cottage Living, and it is officially fall. So we are into the season now. We've got another week and a half before it's winter, and Harvest Fest is next week. So I may or may not play that on camera. We'll see. I'd imagine he probably wants to have a few friends over and maybe cook them a meal and just kind of a day to be thankful and show our appreciation for our new home and our new friends and all of that fun stuff. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. That being said, you may not super recognize this kitchen, and that is because we are here this morning at 8 a.m. This is actually Cecilia's house. So this is her cottage, or renovated barn. I think that became a cottage. She is upstairs apparently going to the bathroom, so we'll give her some privacy. But yeah, so quite a bit has changed since the last episode. Obviously he's here this morning serving some breakfast. No, he did not come over just to make her breakfast. He woke up here, and that's because you'll probably remember at the end of the last episode, we did meet Cecilia in the gnome's arms, and got to talking with her after Michael left, and they sort of hit it off and had a flirtation going on, and we're getting along and laughing and flirting and drinking, and yeah, so that kind of kindled something a little bit, and they've been sort of seeing each other since then. I do want to mention too that he did clear it with Michael first. Obviously Michael left pretty abruptly that day and seemed to be kind of embarrassed, or maybe didn't want to be around her, I don't know. But yeah, he did talk to him about this first, and Michael gave his blessing, and Asa also prefaced it. Whoa, she just appeared from upstairs, and apparently she's sleeping on the couch. That's fine. But yeah, so we got Michael's blessing. We've been hanging out with her. He did let Michael know that it's not super serious, so yeah, they're very casual. So what we did discover, first of all, Michael is actually a loner, so we weren't far off the mark with him being somewhat reserved. So he loves the outdoors, he's an animal enthusiast, and he's a loner. And then what we discovered about Cecilia, which is why we ultimately decided to take the plunge, is she is non-committal, and we have been seeing her for at least a week Sims calendar time, but actual Sims time, if this were real life for them, I would say probably a couple weeks, maybe a month. They've been seeing each other casually, which mostly consists of him coming over here at night-ish, and they hang out, and then they have alone time together, and then he gets up in the morning and goes home and takes care of his animals and all that fun stuff. But yeah, I think with her being non-committal, so that's also probably where her and Michael ran into issues, because obviously he is a loner, so he's going to be more shy. She's non-committal, so she's not really looking for anything serious, which is why, again, Asa felt like it was okay to maybe see her, because yeah, he's not really looking for a serious relationship either. Obviously he has the single and loving it lifestyle, so I think that holds true for him still. And yeah, it's just not really what he's looking for, and she understands that too. It's obviously not something she's looking for right now either, so yeah, this way it kind of really works out. The only sticky situation is that Cecilia and Flora, I think they were mostly acquaintances, and so they got along okay, but they weren't friends necessarily, because Cecilia hasn't lived here all that long, maybe a little bit longer than Asa, and they just never really established much of a relationship. But coincidentally, because coincidentally at the same time that her and Asa started seeing each other, Flora and Cecilia's relationship has kind of taken a bit of a dive. I can't show you because obviously I'm not playing Flora or Cecilia right now, but yeah, I think that I can tell you that their relationship is in the red. It's not crazy low or anything, it's maybe negative 10-15% or so, but yeah, it's just interesting that they sort of became unfriendly with each other at the same time that Cecilia and Asa started seeing each other. So yeah, that's been a little different. He doesn't really talk about Cecilia too much with Flora, and I think he maybe thinks that, yeah, she just doesn't like her for whatever reason. So we are back home now, so we're gonna just take care of the animals. It looks like our garden's actually doing okay from yesterday. Things haven't been growing as quickly, and I think it's because we haven't been home as often lately. He does go into Finchwick to go to the pub like quite a few times a week. Not because he's super into drinking necessarily, but because it's like the only social spot in town, so he does spend a lot of nights there or hanging out with Flora or Michael. I will say though that Michael hasn't been quite as present either since he started seeing Cecilia, and I don't know if that's because he's been too busy hanging out with her to spend as much time with him, or if because Michael's maybe avoiding him a little bit. Not really sure, but yeah, so we'll have to make some time for him as well. But tonight, we do have Flora coming over tonight. They actually get together about once a week to, you know, other than the times then that he's over there helping. So they do see each other quite a bit. Not sure how Cecilia feels about it. He doesn't really talk about it with her. But yeah, so, and we do have some eggs. I think we are also going to go into Finchwick this morning to sell some things that we've got in our fridge that we've harvested and eggs we've collected. Just going to feed the chickens as well. But yeah, so Flora's gonna come over, they'll probably have dinner and then play some cards, and you'll see too that I did do, again, or rather Asa did, did do a little bit of more remodeling as it were. But we do have like a laundry thing here, and we've got our clothesline here for when we decide to do laundry, and he did get a couple more items from, I would like to think that actually Maggie gave him these chairs. Maybe they were like old, they were stored up in the attic, you know. They've had that farm for a really long time, so she's just got some old odds and ends stored there. So she gave him these chairs, and he found this again at like an estate sale or whatever. And then we've got a little bit of decor. We actually do have our picture from the Isle of Volp up here. That's actually the waterfall. It's not like the best quality, but and then our picture with Flora, and then his little TV back again. So things are kind of taking shape here a little bit, and then you will see the kitchen looks a little bit more lived in as well. You know, just subtle changes to show that he's settling in. We also officially moved his desk upstairs into like an actual office space, and so I'd like to think that he built this table. It just looks like maybe he built it and then found the chairs somewhere. And then we've of course got our card table here. Not much has changed upstairs other than we've got a hamper now, and obviously his like little desk here. He did win, what was it? Third place in the llama competition, and we got a participation ribbon from the oversized crop fair as well. So we've got those hanging up here, and obviously not much going on in here. I will update that eventually as well. And we've got this third bedroom here that's untouched, but that's okay. We're just slowly making progress, slowly settling in, and I think pretty soon he's probably going to turn his focus over to the outside and like start making progress there. But I'm gonna grab some things that we've harvested that we can go into town and sell. Let's see. I know we harvested some onions and eggs. Here's our onions. And this, is it this? No, that's what the one that Michael gave us. But I know we harvested, was it a chocoberry? I think that's it. Oh, green peas as well, and sage. So we'll sell all these in Finchwick. I think we're gonna go do that now and maybe see who's in town. Maybe we can socialize a little bit, but yeah, we will head on over there. Alright, we're here in Finchwick to peddle our wares. We're gonna sell some of these items to Kim, who we have also gotten quite close with. She's a pretty good friend at this point, so that's pretty cool. Just gonna get rid of these. And our garlic, and we'll get rid of this hatchable egg as well, that's fine. And our watermelon and sage and soybeans. And that'll be good. Almost $1,000. But yeah, we've gotten quite close with Kim. I know that before I was saying that they had a little bit of a flirtation going on, which was true, but let me just see who else is around. But yeah, things have cooled there. I don't really think that, what are they? Oh, they're cross-stitching. I don't really think that there's anything there romantic. I think they are just good friends. So that's cool. I just want to see who's around and if there's anything we can do. The trees are starting to change. color as well, which is pretty cool. But maybe we'll just chat with Kim a little bit again before we head back home. We can express admiration and tell a joke about barnacles. That's cool. What'd she say? We appreciate your business here. Your Somalians, have a nice day. Thank you. Gonna clear these. But yeah, we do like Kim a lot. Oh, there's Michael. Maybe we'll go say hi. We can get to know a little bit as well before we head over to the bar. Can we? Oh, and Kim's cheerful. I didn't know that about her, so that's fun. But yeah, we'll go say hi to Michael, see if we can get a gauge on how he's feeling about us right now. Actually, can we sit? I think I put him. Nope. Oh. Where are you going? Oh, he's happy to see us. So let's have a deep conversation. And we have actually gotten quite close with Sarah here, the bar owner. You'll see our relationship is actually fairly high. So she's become like another one of our good friends. And again, I think it's because he is here so often. They just get a lot of chances to socialize. So yeah, I don't know. That's cool. He's like slowly making more friends and getting friendly with everybody that's local to Henford on Bagley, and just, I think, really establishing himself in the community, which is cool. Let's ask about her day too. Like, how have things been going? And we'll just probably hang out here and chat with these guys for a little bit before we head on home. Obviously, it's a little early for dinner, so we won't worry about that right now, but what? Oh, okay. I thought that was Cecilia, but I was mistaken. Let's see. Help fix bad relationship. How is their relationship? Okay, I don't even know who that is, so I don't care. We'll tell him an unbelievable story. And maybe Michael again knows about Cecilia, but I don't think he's gonna ask. I don't think he's curious. I don't think he really wants to know. I think that he's just a good guy and wants Asa to be happy, and I think his friendship with Asa is more important than maybe his feelings about Cecilia. So yeah, and I think he does still have some feelings for Cecilia, but I think he's also comforted in knowing that maybe it's not that serious with Cecilia, and I think he feels like Asa probably isn't going to pursue anything super long term with her. But I don't know, Asa's new to town. He's a good looking guy. He's a bachelor, and I think Michael understands he's, fairly outgoing, gets along with everyone, and just genuinely sees that he's a good person. So he's not going to fault him for maybe hooking up with Cecilia now and then. It's fine. But I think, again, he's not going to ask details. He doesn't really want to know about all that. So yeah, and I can't say I fault him, so that's fine. We'll brighten his day. But yeah, I think probably we won't spend too much time here. I may cut ahead to back home, where he's gonna get ready for his evening pretty soon, but we'll be here a little bit longer and then we'll meet y'all back at the house. We're back on the farm, and Asa is actually just getting some writing done before Flora comes over. He's been trying to carve out, little pockets of time to write. He has actually started writing a book loosely based on what went down with Nicole and Gavin. So yeah, I feel like it's helping him sort of process and speed along his healing of that. And I think it's probably fairly cathartic. So yeah, he's been focusing on that. He hasn't been writing a ton, but like I said, just carving out little pockets of time here and there. That's why he hasn't made a ton of progress on the book at this point. But yeah, it'll be our first book that we've finished, and actually that might not be true. I think we have published one other book in the last couple of days, but that was sort of like a warm up is the word I'm looking for. And yeah, I think it was actually like a mystery, or it might have been a short story compilation again. So just kind of, I think that's what it was, because he was just kind of trying to get his feet wet again and get back into the swing of writing. Obviously it had been a little while, so he was maybe a little bit rusty, but yeah, so he's going to be working on that, I think, up until it'll be time to get ready. You're not bored, you're writing, it's fine. So yeah, I'll let him work on this. Maybe we can make some more headway on this before Flora comes over, hopefully, and we can just, have a good night, and he'll feel like he got some things accomplished today, which I mean we did. We got to go into town and sell our produce and chat with Michael a little bit. That was nice too, because it's been a hot second, and I think he was maybe feeling a little bit guilty and worried. And I also know that if it seemed like this little relationship with Cecilia was going to jeopardize his relationship with Michael, that he would end things pretty quickly with her because, again, he's not looking for anything super long-term or serious with her. So yeah, I think it's just not that deep. He's like, we have fun, we get along, but I'm not really looking to seriously date her, so it's okay if we just have to go back to being friends. Like, that's fine. Alright, Flora is here. They are getting dinner ready. They're supposed to be cooking together, but she's just kind of standing here, so that's frustrating, but whatever. So yeah, they're just kind of chatting. I am pretending because it's awkward. They're just sitting here not talking, but that's fine. Let's call her Tamil though also. And we keep getting notification that the chickens are aging, and it's only because I have aging off, but like some of them are elders, so like it likes to alert me every 5 seconds, but that's fine. But we're gonna eat dinner and just kind of chat. Is she gonna chat? That's fine. We'll sit here. But yeah, and then we can kind of ask her about her day, see what's going on, how she's been doing. See, I'd like to imagine he saw her. I mean, he did see her earlier this week when he's helped out at the farm and everything. But yeah, he's just like, how have you been doing today? And they'll have a little gossip about the neighbors. A little harmless gossip. Obviously, they love the neighbors, so they're not going to talk shit on them, but yeah, they just like get along and not romance. We'll do an outrageous story. It's like telling her a story about Tilly, maybe biting his arm when he tried to shear her, or spitting in his eye when he tried to pet her, or whatever. But yeah, they usually like to do this about once a week, typically Friday nights, but occasionally Wednesdays and Thursdays, just depending on what's going on. But this has become sort of a ritual for them. They'll come over, or she'll come over and they'll eat. Sometimes he'll order a pizza, sometimes they'll make dinner, and then they'll watch a movie or play cards or what have you. What is she? No, why? No. Why lie about career? Complain about local youths? No. But we can... I don't know if she likes cooking, but we'll enthuse about it. And then we can clean everything up and put this away. And then they can kind of play some cards together, and yeah. We can get that ready to go. Or they can just leave everything out, that's fine. It doesn't matter, he'll clean up after she leaves also. But yeah, this is like... I don't know, I thought the card table was cool because it like brings people together. I feel like it's just a good way to chat and socialize and like have fun. And we can tell an engaging story. But yeah, this is just cute. Sometimes Maggie comes over as well on these nights, but usually kind of does her own thing. She'll cross stitch or maybe like go out and talk to the animals if the weather's nice, and or watch TV, just kind of relax. But she enjoys their company, even if she's not necessarily as social with them as they are with one another. But yeah, and also I'll mention too that Flora is actually in her 3rd trimester officially, so really she could have the baby anytime, but she is fairly fresh into her 3rd trimester, so I don't know for sure if it'll be fall or winter or whatever. We're just gonna see what feels right and what happens. But Asa, I'm sure, will get a notification when the baby's born so that he can, visit and see. Looks like they are done playing cards, so they'll probably just watch a movie and chat a little bit. We can watch maybe Sims of the Dead, since it's fall. That's like, I think we missed Spooky Day, but we can pretend, it's around that time of year. And hopefully she's into scary movies and doesn't think too much of it. But yeah, they're just chatting and having a good time. And watching a movie and, yeah, being best friends. Looks like... I think Flora's maybe not enjoying the movie. I can't really tell. They do stop to chat once in a while, but like she keeps getting this like horrified look on her face once in a while, and the movie sounds kind of brutal, so I don't know. I don't know how much she's digging it, but that's fine. They're at least like they have the comfort of each other, so it's not that big of a deal, but yeah, they're okay, so they did finish the movie. It's getting a little late and Flora was probably about to leave, but they actually did get into a little bit of an argument. I think the topic of Cecilia came up and Flora got a little bit quiet, so Asa was trying to figure out like what's going on there. And yeah, she came out with, after being silent for a little bit, she finally said, I think it's a little crummy that you're seeing Cecilia when you know that Michael has been out on a date with her and he's like one of your good friends, and you know that he maybe likes her a little bit. And Asa's like, I don't know that. He told me it was fine. Like, I cleared it with him first. And yeah, I think, what in the... Who is this man? Devonte Cullen? Please don't tell me this is a vampire. I don't know, whatever, either way, you gotta go, because you are not part of this. But yeah, so I think Flora's like, it's just crappy of you, and I think that we all know that Michael has feelings for her, even if she doesn't reciprocate, and you'd think you'd value your friendship with him more. And he's like, I can't believe we're having this conversation, like it's really not any of your business what I do and who I do it with. So, and Michael's fine with it, so you should be fine with it, basically is what it boiled down to. So Flora did leave pretty abruptly, and it's obviously quite late, so Asa is just getting ready to go to bed. He's feeling fairly angry about the argument. I think that, number one, he was feeling a little bit defensive about it because, yeah, I think a part of him does feel kind of crappy about like the whole Michael situation, but he also knows that Michael reassured him plenty that he was okay with this, and so I don't think Asa really liked being called out like that. And also I think Flora's probably a little bit jealous of the situation, and I think she's talked to Maggie about it, and Maggie's been really reassuring, like, I think it's fine. He's not gonna marry the very first woman he meets here, so it's really not that big of a deal. And, Flora is also pregnant and maybe feeling quite exhausted from that and feeling just, tired and sick of it, and probably is ready to have the baby now. And honestly, I think getting close to her due date is probably bringing up a lot of feelings about her husband and, wishing he was still here and wishing that he was there for support and to meet their child. He never even got to meet his child. I think all of that is really weighing on her and making her feel very emotional and exhausted, and I think that's pretty understandable. And I think part of her is maybe a little bit worried about him and Asa and Cecilia becoming quite close, and maybe she would lose her connection with him, and he's been a huge comfort. So I think, she's feeling a lot of things and a lot of conflicting things. I think she feels a little bit bad, in hindsight about the argument, but yeah, it happened, and so now there is a little bit of a rift between them. So I think he is still planning. Tomorrow was one of his days to go over to their farm and help out, so I think he is still intending on doing that. But yeah, he's obviously feeling a little crappy about everything too, and maybe things will be a little bit tense, but hopefully they can recover. With that, I don't know how long this is going to be. Feels short on my end, might end up being like 20 minutes. Maybe 30, that would be fine. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this episode nonetheless. And yeah, if you are enjoying the storyline, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. I love hearing your guys' feedback on all of this, so really looking forward to that for this episode as well. But yeah, I will see y'all on the next one.